This problem of the week is 5 problems and a word puzzle. In our first problem, many of you noticed that we added 7, then divided by 3, then added 7 again and divided by 3, and kept repeating this. So for the number we're looking for, it's 15 divided by 3, which is 5. The 5th letter of the alphabet is E. Something interesting about this sequence, if you kept doing this over and over, you would eventually just have these two numbers repeating, 10.5 and then 3.5, and that would go on forever. In our next sequence, you may have noticed we subtracted 32, then added half of that, and subtracted half of that. These, of course, are powers of 2, but we keep cutting what we add or subtract in half, and for our final step, it's 23 plus 1, which is 24. The 24th letter of the alphabet is X. If you kept doing this, your next thing to subtract would be 1/2, then you would add 1/4, and then subtract 1/8, and so on, and eventually all of the numbers would be pretty close to 23 2/3. Our third sequence, it's just subtract 20, then 18, then 16, and so on. So 30 minus 10 is 20. The 20th letter of the alphabet is T. If we kept doing this for a long time, we'd eventually be subtracting negative numbers, which is like adding, and the sequence would actually start back up again, as shown here. Our fourth sequence bears a resemblance to this set of numbers, the Fibonacci numbers, where you add 2 to get the next one. While our sequence is not the Fibonacci numbers, it follows Fibonacci's rules, and so to get our next number, we add 7 plus 11 to get 18. The 18th letter of the alphabet is R. And in our final sequence, but first, let's take a look at that wacky math department. 10 years ago, they had jerseys ordered, and the numbers on the back were all Fibonacci numbers, as shown here in this photo. And in our final sequence, we subtract 7, then 6, then 5, then 4, then 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. The first letter of the alphabet is A. Our word is extra, the answer to this week's problem of the week.